Ha ha! What's going on, beautiful spirits? This is Myron Magnus, and you listen to a segment of pure pugilism, boxing logic. Haha. One of my favorite jams. Nice smooth groove. Gets me in the mood. You know, we don't have to go very far back to understand one certain thing about heavyweight boxing. Well, actually, we can go way back to understand one fact, that the heavyweight division has been dominated by American men. And since the 1960s, American black men. Now this is to the American fan, diehards and casuals. My message to you today is, our cup has runneth over. Our cup has runneth over as far as our fair share of American heavyweights. A young black man, Nigerian, born in Britain, has came onto the scene, and thus far in this 5 years, last 2, 3, as a heavyweight champion and unified champion of the world, has held himself with much grace, dignity, has put in the work ethic, and has not buried us, or shall I say embarrassed us, as black people in no way, shape, or form. From border to border, should I say invisible borders, imaginary borders, around the world, Anthony Joshua is a wonderful heavyweight to root for, without a doubt. Do we all have our skeletons in the closet? Yes. Are any of us perfect? Do we have our vices? Absolutely. But the image projected in front of the world, more importantly, in front of our children, is the things I look at, things that are important to me. And whether Anthony Joshua, again, as I said in the previous video, if he's a liar, blase, or if he ain't this or ain't that, behind closed doors, it's none of my business. And it's not going to impact people's thought process of us and put an impression on youth that in a negative light. Is there crime behind every fortune? If you talk about the Fortune 500 ones, yes. Everybody has cut corners somewhere. All of us, every single person in this world is a hypocrite in some way, shape, or form. Excuse me. That's crazy, but I'm not stopping this video. But anyway, I fought it. But Anthony Joshua is a real bona fide heavyweight champion that people across the borders around the world should root for. And my thing is, I care not to see Americans, Black American men, any of us, not wanting to root for this man just because he's a Brit. How many Brits have been undisputed heavyweight champions of the world? Can you count on one hand? I think so. So, please, forget about the borders. Ignore any rhetoric. Things like Deontay Wilder put out there saying where he's from is not like where we from. Same crap Jerrell Miller's put out. He came from this streets that wasn't as hard as our streets. That's all bullshit and baloney. It doesn't matter. Just because you came from the streets doesn't mean you're an elite fighter. Or it doesn't mean you will become an elite fighter. Because if that was the case, the fighters that we love will have more losses than they have now. So, America's cup has runneth over as far as heavyweights. We've had our fair share. Support this brother that's being responsible with the position he's in and holding us in the greatest light of dignity, honor, and respect. This is not an American Revolutionary War we should be looking at. Okay? We ain't fighting for my independence from Britain, dealing with a heavyweight champion of the world. So let's stay away from that BS and respect this young black man for who he is as a person, not where he's from. Anthony the Great is a man, an individual first, before his country. So I'm going to root for him as that. This is Myron Magnus, and you listen to a segment of Pure Pugilism, Boxing Logic. Salute, Anthony the Great.